Victory year was 1777, and the American colonies were ablaze with revolution. The British Army had entrenched itself deep in the heart of New York, while General Washington's forces struggled to maintain their ground. Among those who served in secrecy was young Thomas Hale, a courier for the Continental Army. One cold November night, Thomas rode his chestnut mare along a narrow forest trail outside of Saratoga. The moonlight filtered through the skeletal trees, casting long shadows upon the frost-covered ground. Tucked securely in his leather satchel was a message from General Gates to Ord, message that could alter the tide of the war. As he reached the clearing near a frozen brook, the distant hoot of an owl was cut short by the crack of a musket. Thomas yanked the reins, guiding his horse behind a thick oak. His heart pounded. The British had set a trap. "Come out, boy," a voice called from the darkness. "There's no use in running." Thomas knew the stakes. If the message fell into enemy hands, the rebellion could suffer a devastating defeat. Clenching his jaw, he made a desperate decision. He slipped the parchment from his satchel and tucked it into the hollow of a nearby tree before urging his horse forward. A shot rang out. Pain seared through his shoulder, but he did not stop. He rode, pushing his horse to the limits. The redcoats gave chase, but Thomas knew these woods better than they did. P wove through the trees, leading them away from the hidden message. By dawn, he had lost them, but his strength was failing. Found by a band of patriot scouts, Thomas was taken to a field surgeon who saved his life. Days later, his comrades retrieved the message, and Washington received the intelligence he needed. The Continental Army held strong at Saratoga, forcing a British surrender weeks later. Though Thomas never received fame, his bravery became legend among the ranks. In the quiet shadows of war, it was men like him who carved the path to freedom.